guys, welcome back to my channel. Here on this channel we talk about everything to do with the African diaspora, politics, music, life, love and everything in between. So if you're interested in those topics, then like, share and subscribe, and remember to hit the notification bell so you'll know whenever I upload another video. And if you've subscribed already, then thank you very much. So I hope you guys have had a great week and are enjoying the weekend. So today I wanted to talk about a story that was trending throughout Nigeria in the week, all over the news, all over social media, and it's the story really of a Nigerian billionaire. And he was the owner of a TV station or network, and you know, he was living in Lagos and his wife and children were living in Abuja. And anyway, his name was Michael Usufu, and Michael decided, you know, to start seeing someone else. So he did, and he took this young 21-year-old to an Airbnb they were sharing, and they were having fun. They were having a good time, you know, drinking, smoking. And I don't know when things, you know, went south, but they definitely did, because Michael ended up losing his life as Chidima had stabbed him over 3 times. She's now arrested. She's been arrested and she's now in police custody, and people all over have something to say about this. You know, people are really up in arms about, you know, what happened. Many are calling her all kinds of names, and sugar daddies all over north, south, east and west are peeing in their pants, let's say. They're all pretty nervous right now, right? It raises a number of cultural issues, and so we're going to look at some of them really quickly. Cultural issue number 1 is, you know, older men and younger women. So it's not unusual for men in their 50s to be, you know, chasing young girls of in their 20s or even younger. And what people also have to understand is these young girls, you know, often they need money. They're trying to hustle, they're trying to survive, and the men know this, and they're exploiting the situation. They're exploiting the lack of social services in the country. They're exploiting the lack of social security, welfare benefits, and so on and so forth. And they know that, you know, to get these young girls, the currency is money. And for many of those young girls, they really have little choice. Many are looking for work, but as you know, work isn't easy to come by in places like Nigeria, right? And if you don't have connections, it's even harder. So anyway, that's cultural issue number 1. Cultural issue number 2 is women having the tendency to say all men cheats. Number 1, it's not true, or A, I should say, it's not true. And, you know, B, it's really a reflection of your own low self-esteem. Often it's also people being bad-minded, and because your man is cheating, you think everyone else's man is cheating, and, you know, nobody wants to be in the murky water on their own, so please come and join me in this murky water kind of thing. It also gives men a license to go out there and cheat. Now the challenge with that, or the impact of that, is that you are not encouraging or inspiring a man to even be better, to strive for better, and to become a better, greater man. So if you're going to say things like all men cheat, there really is no point in the man even being with you, because you're not going to encourage him to be a better man than he already is. In fact, he'll probably end up being an even worse man than he's already, and who wants that? Nobody wants that. Ultimately, what tends to happen with those women who say things like all men cheat and put condoms in the man's bag when he's traveling out and tell him things like be careful, is the man will lose respect for the woman anyway, and he will cheat with wild abandon, right? Big mistake. So, you know, the other thing, I think, cultural issue number 3, I don't know what number I'm on now, but yeah, cultural issue number 3 is the fact that people often marry for the wrong reasons. So you've got men that are really wanting their mothers, so they actually want to marry their mums, but obviously they can't really be doing that. That's some serious Oedipus complex issues right there, but the bottom line is many do want that. So many men want the woman that's going to look after them, baby them, rub their back of their neck, dab them on the forehead when they're feeling feverish, you know, wash their clothes, look after the children. So the children, you know, are presented to the world as not illegitimate children, but children conceived within marriage. Because despite the shenanigans that happen in a place like Nigeria, it is such a conservative country. It's almost unbelievable, the dichotomy, right? It's one of the most conservative countries, right? But and on the other hand, it's all happening underneath, right? It's all going on underneath, all right? But on the surface, it's like calm calm waters. It's like a duck, or Nigeria is the swan of Africa, looking all calm and pristine on the outside and underneath kicking like crazy. So yeah, many marry for the wrong reasons. So when these men have their mothers in the house, or their wives, sorry, in the house, that remind them of their mothers, they don't really want to get too down and dirty in, you know, the bedroom, because it's a bit of a messed up thing, isn't it? This woman is like your mum. That's why they even call them mother and ma and things like that, because it's like your mum. They want house help, for want of a better word, right? They're looking house help. That's why they don't mind giving the woman money a lot of the time, because it's house help, right? Men want to marry their mothers. Somebody that looks motherly, you know, big, and the big arms and the big bush. It's almost like that cartoon character in Tom and Jerry, right? I don't know, I've got a thing about cartoons. That cartoon character in Tom and Jerry where she's, Thomas, and the socks are rolling down. Thomas! Seriously, your mum, right? Sorry, your wife in the house, they don't want to have sex with your wife stroke mother. So they're going to go out because they want to get it raw and dirty, right? They want to have a proper sexual relationship out there, not this boring sex that they're having to have. You understand? They don't really desire a woman in that way quite often, marrying for the wrong reasons, right? It's just marrying for show. So, you know, I would say that right now, sugar daddies are running scared because they don't know if the woman they're picking up will do them like that, you know, will do a chidima on them. They don't know, you understand? So now they're nervous. Probably for the first time in months, wives are out there actually know where their husbands are, right? Husbands are at home watching sports or something like that, sitting on a couch, drinking beer, right? If it wasn't for chidima, maybe they wouldn't be there. You understand? But here's a point I want to make as well. Some people have said things like, what is a 50-year-old man doing with a 21-year-old girl? Well, that's normal, right? That's part of the culture. How many times you'll see these old men, big belly and all kind of shenanigans, right? They're not really taking care of themselves or nothing. But because they've got the money, they will get these young girls. It's called exploitation, right? If you didn't know that, people, that's what a lot of these men are doing. So if you keep condoning poor practices or exploitation or abuse, what do you expect is going to come from that? Nothing good can come from that. You might argue that, well, the girls are getting something out of it too. Trust me when I say what the girls are really getting is money, because you can't tell me that those big belly out of shape men are more sexually pleasing than those younger guys that they could be with, but the younger guys haven't got money. The men know what they're doing because they know that they're living in a society where there's no social support for, you know, youngsters or people coming up. There's no social security. They're having to hustle. They need money. Like their family's poor, so they've got to find a way to survive in the system. And it is the system that is at fault here. So even though, you know, the story with Michael, and, you know, you've got to really be compassionate towards his wife and family and, you know, people that know him and care for him. And also even for Chidima herself, right? I don't know, is she a victim or a villain or a bit of both? Because at the end of the day, her life is ruined as well. But once you've got a system where people cannot get money legitimately or get a job easily and things like that, they will fall prey to older men who are willing to use them for their bodies. They're just paying for their bodies, right? And I tell you what's really funny as well. It's not funny, but there's a politician and he's very well known, right? FFK. He's known as. This man is known for changing women like changes his boxers, right? Change them. 1 minute this, married this. He's been married about 4 times. The last wife had alleged domestic violence, right? Very serious case. And apparently he had her committed to some sort of mental institute. I follow him on Facebook. I don't know. The man gets on my nerves. But sometimes he's very wise and sometimes it's just absolutely downright ridiculous, right? So anyway, this was one of these interesting moments where he came out and he posted about the story. And, you know, obviously he expressed his condolences to the family, which, you know, everybody will do, because I understand not only, you know, has their very private affair been made very public, how painful must it be to realise that your husband was found in the way he was found. So he expressed his condolences, fair enough. Then he posted again And he went off on this woman now, and he called her all kinds of things. And I don't know about you, but I smell fear. To me, the whole rant was one of fear. I didn't see anywhere in this rant did he say anything about sexual integrity of men. Nowhere at all, right? Trust me when I say, right now, sugar daddies, they are nervous because they know at the end of the day what happened was a shock. This was a blow to the sugar daddy fraternity. You understand? Your wife know where you're there now? The reason why I personally feel we need to do better is because we can do better, right? We're not dogs. Do you understand what I'm saying? We can definitely do better than this. And to me, this is an example of what can really go wrong if you do not practice any kind of sexual discipline. You want to chase after young girls more than half your age, you're free to do so. But if you're married, then you're embarrassing your wife. There's no two ways about it. Don't wait for something terrible to happen. Your wife is meant to be your number one person, right? So immediately you go out and you cheat on her, you're lying to her, you're deceiving her. And that woman knows something about you that your own wife doesn't know. What a mess. It's a mess. Don't bother getting married, in my opinion, if you're not ready, yeah? If you just want house help, get house help. You don't have to be sleeping with them. You understand? But try and get some counseling advice on some of these issues, because these are very serious issues and, you know, destroying lives left, right and center. So please, people, try and practice some kind of sexual integrity, right? Just that. Have a good time and everything, one at a time. One at a time. That's your business. But what I'm saying is just, you know, let people know what you're up to and really evaluate, you know, what you're doing with your life. Anyway, that's it. That's my 2 cents worth on this whole debacle, right? Just women, man, you understand? And men too. We got to do better than this. Stop encouraging your men to sleep out women. Stop doing that nonsense. You understand? Stop telling your girlfriends crap like all men cheat. Stop that nonsense. Your man cheats. Your man cheats. Don't mean her man is going to cheat. You understand? Stop it. And to the men, behave yourselves. You know what I mean? If your friend is married and you know your friend is married, don't watch your friend throw his marriage down the toilet because it's entertaining for you or because you're encouraging her to do it. Grow up. Everybody just needs to grow up now, you understand? And then maybe we wouldn't have these terrible stories just coming out, right? Anyway, let me know what you think. Bye-bye.